All right, we should be live. Let me check the live stream here. All right, very good. I'm also checking the MeWe chat, so connect with me on MeWe.com, my favorite, best Facebook alternative, if you want to say hello. All right, looks good. So, as promised, this week I'll try to do as many streams as I can. I have a little bit of free time this week, so especially for my European friends who never get a chance to say hello, maybe this week may work out for you. So welcome. Anto Josu, hiyo, how are you? We'll give this a few minutes, then we'll go into the main topic here. Let me check my news feed, see what's up. I just replaced the wheels on this office chair for about 20 bucks, and man, I should have done this years ago. Buying an office chair, even if you think you have a good deal and the chair feels good, those wheels are like Legos. Those plastic wheels, those plastic casters, they're like Legos. So I replaced them with, instead of the plastic caster, with a single caster, a little taller. I feel more stable. Anyway, I'll have a video on that sometime this week. But hello, Johan. I'm doing terrific. Anytime I wake up, I see the sunshine. 73 degrees. My grass is all finished, cut. A couple of doctor visits today, checkup, and swimming later. Looking forward to that. So. Check my emails. Let's see. Looks like our friend Stephanie has uploaded a new music video, so check it out. I can delete all this here. Someone posted a question, needed help. I believe the question was somebody forgot their password on Ubuntu or Linux Mint and they couldn't log into their system. I think that was the question. You have to reboot into the grub menu. You have to go into the advanced options and drop down to a shell prompt. And there are a bunch of terminal commands to type in to get access to your system. It's not really something for newbies. I can't really say I don't want to say it's extremely difficult, but it's not something that I think I've done it once or twice in like 13 years. So that's how you can log into your Linux system if you forgot your password. That's the best answer I can give you right now. So whoever asked that question, you need to reboot into the grub menu. I believe you hold the shift key to get into the grub menu, and there's a bunch of terminal commands. I hope that helps. Emily Hannon, Santi Banez. Hello. How are you, Emily? Are you new to the chat? If you are, say hello. Perfect. It is a perfect day for a perfect morning for a stream. Like I said, it's sunny, 70 degrees, and I'm chilling out with my friend's CD here in my boombox. I still have a boombox with the tape player, CD player, USB, headset jack. Oh, I see. You popped in once in a while. Okay. All right. All right, the stream looks good on my end. I'm assuming that the sound is okay. Very good. All right, nothing much going on MeWe this morning, so I'll leave that the way it is. I'll keep the news ticker feed on. Gunnar, good morning. What's up, man? By the way, I'm going to give a plug for the best pens I've ever used. This is a Tool. These are the best pens by Tool. These are awesome. They're smooth. They never dry up. So check out Tool pens on Amazon. There's a link below in the show notes for the Total OS Today shop. But yeah, these pens are the best. Of all the pens I've tried, Tool pens, T-U-L. I've heard of Parker, yeah, Papermate. But yeah, these I think are just a step above. And this is not a paid sponsored video for Tool. You guys know I will promote what I use. Full disclosure, so I like Tool, but Parker's okay. If we have any Arch Linux users out there, this is all for my Arch friends. Just a joke. That's for DT. This video is actually for almost 1 billion Windows users. So yeah. Just a joke. Okay, huh? By the way, I use a Chromebook, so yeah. Long live the Bic stick pen. Okay. I Arch, therefore I am Silent Robot. Okay, cool. Let's try this one. There we go. RS Smart. I spelled it wrong. Jet2 uses RS Smart. That's right, they are smart. Android phones, Chromebooks, tablets, Can't spell this morning, but anyway. All right, so welcome everybody. Hopefully we'll get a whole bunch of people joining in for this morning's stream from overseas. Normally people who will not have a chance to say hello. And I'm going to try and do one every morning this week. Since I think I can do it every morning. Can I this week? I will try to. Or every day this week. So. Nothing beats the pep. Very good. I like Dr. Pepper too. I agree. Dr. Pepper is great. Especially Diet Dr. Pepper. Sergey is in the house. Within your 1 billion Windows users, are there plenty of Linux who count that as Windows because they bought a computer with Windows pre-installed? Plenty of Linux because there are a lot of Linux users. No comparison to Windows users. No, keep in mind once again that the Linux market share, desktop, is pitiful at 2%. And we'll talk about that. You use whatever is in front of you, Linux, MacBook. Okay. Yeah, that's a fair statement. Use what works. If Linux works the best, then use that. If Mac, look, use what works. Technology is a tool, like a hammer or drill. Use what works. Today's topic is a question: has the Linux market failed Windows users? Outdoors and tech. 95.5% Pop OS, 0.5% Windows. Yeah. I'm going to close out my MeWe page. Not much activity this morning, so we'll get out of that. Again, check me out on MeWe.com. It's free. It appears to be more private, and there's no ads. So there you go. Just subtract from the 90% Windows users all the dual booters or triple boot, and you'll get the real number of Windows users way less. We can certainly talk about that too. Anyway, I'm going in the words of the father of Linux, Linus Torvalds. It's been 25 years, and we still don't have a national Linux unfragmented desktop, except for Chromebooks. But I got the feeling Linus is a bit peeved, is a little bit upset, annoyed. Hey, I'm just a messenger, so. But so we'll talk about Chromebooks too. But putting aside Chromebooks, we know they work based off of Gen 2. Has the Linux market failed Windows users? I think it's a fair question in 2019. Too much fragmentation? That's exactly what Linus said. Too much of anything, even love, is not necessarily a good thing, right? Kimona. My Kimona. Da, 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 da. My Sharona, sorry. Kimona 908, welcome. Lots of crap distros. Yes. But there are also lots of good distros. But yeah, there you probably have, what, 500, 600 choices to download and install, and maybe only 10, 20 are really good. That is confusing for Windows users. I totally agree. Well, that's what we're here to demystify the technology. Yep. As long as there's peppermint, you really don't care. I can say the same thing for Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, Zorin. So, let me get into the topic. Again, we're going to do this for fun, for information for all the newbies out there. Again, use what works. If you have to use a Mac for whatever reason, cool. If you only can use Linux, that's cool too. If you have to use Windows 10, that's okay too. I just want to let Windows users know that there are possible alternatives. That possible alternative may be a Mac. Maybe that's what you need. I don't know. It may be a random Linux distro that you download, install, and it works. Maybe it's a Chromebook. If Google made a Chromebook, a Chrome OS multimedia desktop, that's what I would use. And I would forget about Windows altogether. I use Windows now maybe 20%. Windows is really a backup. I have Ubuntu Mate, Zorin OS is my other Linux distro. Then I have a Chromebook I use almost every day now. Check emails, browse the web. It's not even a low maintenance machine. It's a zero maintenance machine. I just plug it in, charge it up, turn it on. It does the updates in the background. I don't notice it. It's no bugs. It is a Linux machine with no bugs, and that's not being over the top. It really is a remarkable piece of technology. So, all right. Pop OS, I've taken a look at it. It's okay. Yeah, forget about it. Chrome OS is not the best. Oh, well, for the newbies, I think Chromebooks are the best Linux alternative right now. Because there's no bugs. Now, if something else comes along to replace that, the more the merrier. Absolutely. Zorin is coming out with the Zorin laptops, Zorin OS, for about $400 some, I believe. Excellent, sweet spot price. Maybe that'll be the next Chromebook. Jonathan C. You don't like the Chrome browser, it's ugly with the current look. I think it's okay. Yeah, maybe it's a bit, I don't know, simple, but simple's good as long as it's stable. Ricardo, Ubuntu is for you. It's mostly targeted by developers and large support. Yep. Yeah, we did. You guys may recall this year we did five Ubuntu shows with speculation having Ubuntu as a possible Linux desktop standard for the masses. Ubuntu was my first date in Linux. I have a special place in my heart for Canonical and for Ubuntu, as probably many others. We did 5 shows presenting my case. We did 5 shows. Waited for the community feedback was 99% positive. I waited for any corporate feedback. Market feedback, I got crickets. So I guess no Ubuntu. Needs to be 1920, not 13768. What, the Chromebook? Ubuntu should sort the issues, license codecs, and wireless drivers out of the box. I haven't had any issues. That's why people don't like Linux when the flagship distro requires work to set up. Well, that's a fair statement in general. Yeah, most people, some people, maybe you're married, 2, 3, 4 kids. You don't have time to download a Linux distro and solve puzzles. You don't have the time. You don't have the patience. I get it. So, has the Linux market failed Windows users? Linux has been around a while. I guess we could say that it really started to grow after Linus Torvalds, in 1991 to something like that. He's been called the father of Linux. Here we are, a quarter century later, and when it comes to the masses for all billion Windows users, Windows 7 expires this year, but yet Windows 7 usage went up. Now you figure that out. Why did Windows 7 usage tick up? They don't want Windows 10. Understandable. A bit bloated. We all know about the privacy issues. So they don't want Windows 10. They don't want to spend $2,000 on a Mac. Maybe a Mac would work fine as a replacement for Windows 10 for them. But because of the price, that cancels that out. Yeah, you can buy some Linux machines. Linux Mint is coming out with a nice Linux machine for about $2,600. You're going to spend that much. You can argue is you might as well buy a Mac. System 76, again, close to $2,000. These are, I think Windows users don't want to buy a Linux Mac machine, if that makes any sense. They can take a chance and download a random distro for newbies. Linux Mint, Zorn, Peppermint, and pray and hope that the software matches the hardware. There is no guarantee. It should most of the time, but what if it doesn't? Wireless drivers, codecs, what if something doesn't work? Again, they have busy lives, they don't have time. I've been doing this 13 years. Self-taught, but I had patience. A lot of patience, a lot of trial and error, a lot of distro hopping, a lot of bugs. And I've planted myself with Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, Zorn, and some others. But for the consumer, for the Windows consumer, they don't have time. They don't want to mess with bugs. The only option is a Chromebook, meaning going to the store, you can try it out. It won't cost you $2,000. Take it home, plug it in, log into your account. That's it. There is zero maintenance. Is there zero maintenance in Linux in general? I don't think so. Is there zero maintenance in Windows? Get real. Is there zero maintenance in Macs? I don't have a Mac, but I don't think there's zero maintenance in a Mac. So think about it. You can buy a $200 machine based off of Gen 2 Linux and no maintenance. It does the updates in the background because of the nature on how the system, the hardware is married to the software. There are multiple layers of protection in a Chromebook. Now, nothing is 100% secure. Chromebooks come pretty darn close from what I have seen and from what I've read about. So, putting aside the Chromebook, has the Linux market failed Windows consumers? I think so. What do you guys think? All right, so Hank says Mac OS X has an awful workflow. I tried it once or twice. It didn't seem that bad to me, but I'm not really sure. Hello, Paul? Fern OS, your new OS of choice. Excellent. Ricardo, you cannot game on a Chromebook. You can. They're not really designed. Look, if you want a game, just buy Windows, PC. If you're into gaming, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be honest. If you don't have to game and you don't do multimedia, buy a Chromebook. Try a Linux distro. Emily says Hackintosh crashes Windows in Geekbench and Cinebench. Cool. Very good. The Linux market failed the Windows Office desktop. I'm not sure about that, Hank. I think LibreOffice is fine for a lot of people. Yeah, Sergey, there's a link for computers with Linux installed, pre-installed. Yeah, look, they're out there, Sergey. Do they start at $200? Do they start at $300 that you can walk into a store? That's what I'm getting at. Look, Linus Torvalds is not happy about fragmentation, so don't hold a grudge against me. I'm just a messenger here. Yugi says Chromebooks are the future of Linux, as Linus said. It could be. Yeah, like I said, I know they make a Chromebox, but I would want a multimedia desktop for content creators. You know, a Chrome OS screencaster, screen recorder, editor. That's what's missing for us. Now, for content consumers like yourself, it doesn't matter. But for what I do, I need my Ubuntu Mate or Linux or Zorin and my Windows 10 occasionally. Chromebooks for me are nothing more than a nice Windows edition or Linux edition. Browse the web, email, play music, videos, check your messages, and no maintenance. There's a lot of pluses to a Chromebook, but there are some minuses as of today, but that can change. If you want to know why Linux failed the Office desktop, watch my Susie Linux video about it, and I can get into the bottom of it from a sysadmin perspective. Okay, Hank. Yeah. Sergey says all prices available. Okay. Well, let me know next time I can walk into a Walmart or a Best Buy or like an Office Max, and I'll take a look at them. Chances are I won't find them. That's the problem. Again, I'm putting myself in the mind of a Windows consumer, a Linux newbie. What are they thinking? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the reality of the market. What are mom and dad thinking? What are the kids thinking? White chocolate, good morning. I should have had some white chocolate chocolate when I had my breakfast this morning as a dessert. Lack of hardware support make Linux fade and Linux start. Well, it's getting better. Present arms, your net connection. Okay. I don't know how many Linux Mint machines they're going to sell for $2,600. You tell me. One made for laptops, same OS, different name, and the other OS itself being for any other computer. Maybe. Like I said, I want a multimedia machine. That's what I need. From Chrome OS. Now maybe they're working on one. I don't know. Or maybe Google is just satisfied with what they have. They have been successful, popular, stable, secure. Maybe that's all that they're interested in. Listening to my friend's music. 'Cause I love so. We need newbies on the show to tell the Linux community what it will take to switch them over to Linux. Well, I think I've been the voice of newbies for a while, but yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. I think they just want a machine that works. They don't want to solve puzzles. They don't care for the terminal. They don't care about terminal commands or deb packages or PPAs, FBI, CIAs, MP3s. They just want to plug it in and go. Chromebooks fill that market. Can you use Debian files in the Chromebook? Yes, you can. I can enable the Linux option, present arms in the Chromebook. I've tried it. It's still experimental. It doesn't always work right, but it can be done. We need a desktop that scales from the phone UI all the way to the desktop. Can easily be integrated into a network environment with a single user account, centrally managed. Okay. These are all great ideas. Yeah. Guaranteed, right? That's the thing. It's guaranteed to work. Guaranteed to work. Chromebooks, I can guarantee it's going to work. So are thousands, millions of customers. A Linux OS, is it going to be? Can I guarantee it's going to work if you download it? I can't. Chances are it will if you pick the right one, but I can't guarantee that. That's the nature of fragmentation. Darth Tux, Pop OS, I tested it once. It seems okay. Yeah, System 76 machines look pretty good. They have excellent service. Is a Windows consumer going to spend $2,000 or so for that machine? Probably not for the masses. That is true, Paul. I am not a newbie anymore after 13 years, and it's hard to put myself in the mind of a newbie even now to tell Windows users I get where you're coming from. It is more hard, more difficult. See, that's why I will not do advanced stuff on this channel. Maybe a few terminal commands here and there, but I don't think the market needs another Linux user telling Linux users to try Linux, if that makes sense. You know, this channel is still designed for people who are curious, newbies, beginners, semi-beginners, because there's almost 1 billion of them out there. Windows cannot scale down to the... Yeah, Microsoft was late to the mobile market. I thought the Windows OS, the Windows operating system for the phone looked terrific, but they came late. Late to the party, everybody left. Bye. If I could design a Linux-based distro for the masses, what would it look like? Well, Hank, I believe in the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. At least starting off. A simple graphical user interface like XFCE or Mate, I think is probably the wise way to get started in the beginning. And then tell the consumer, hey, if you want to make it look more snazzy like GNOME or something else, go for it. But in the beginning, I would keep the user interface simple, like Chrome OS, like the Chromebook. Actually, it's very plain Jane. It's very simple. There's nothing fancy about it, but it just works. So that's how I would make it. Now, to me, it doesn't. It could be based on Gentoo, Arch, Ubuntu, Debian. To me, it doesn't matter. As long as it works, even if it's based off of Arch, as long as it works, because the consumer won't say, hey, I just bought this machine that's based on Arch. I don't want that. They won't have a clue. I'm sure they're not saying, what? This Chromebook is based on Gentoo? That's ridiculous. They buy it because it works and the price is right. Linux is a learning curve, yes. Windows is not as stable as Linux. However, we can understand that it's popular because of these many applications despite all Linux. Okay. I believe it's the opposite. Windows 7 was probably Microsoft's best simplified, non-bloated operating system. Quite stable. Putting aside the politics and the privacy of Windows, I believe Windows is more stable than Linux because there are a lot less variables. Now you could say, yeah, but it's bloated. That's true. That's true. They made some decisions but that's the politics of the system. But there are more variables in Linux in general, in Linux distributions. Now keep in mind there's over 500-600 choices. That is not stable. Now, if you pick only 5 or 10 distros that are good and solid, now that is stable, that small chunk. Elementary, okay. Ubuntu was the only OS that cared for simple. Yeah, I got started in 2006 also, Darth. Yeah. 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 Linux breaks a lot less than Windows. No blue screens of death on Linux. Well, Ricardo, I've gotten black screens of death. On my Linux machine and one of my ThinkPads, I got black screens of death. I fixed it, but so time out here. Yeah. Yeah. Linux breaks. Not as often, but last month I had a black screen in my ThinkPad based off of Linux Mint. I had to fix it, but I know what I'm doing. So it could happen. Windows updates suck because take forever. Yes, I totally agree, Johan. They take too long. They can bork your system. It has not happened to me. The Windows updates have not borked my systems, but I cannot say that for other people. So I agree there. Windows has regressed since Windows 7. I've been pretty lucky with Windows 10 so far. Do I like the update process? No. That's why I like Linux and my Chromebook. I had to look. I logged into my Chromebook and I'm like, is this machine doing updates? I'm not seeing anything. Am I being taken for a fool here? So I go into settings about Chrome OS and sure enough, it's fully updated. It's almost unnerving. Is that what I'm thinking of? It's almost unnatural, uncomfortable to log into a system like a Chromebook and yeah, man, the updates are done. Just don't worry about it. It's almost like it's not normal because I've been so used to the opposite. I know it sounds weird, but yep, Windows was targeted to the office market. The Windows 10 keeps removing your sound driver. That sounds awful. Haha. Since Windows 8, they targeted the consumer market over the business. Yeah. Well, Linux is making the same mistake on the desktop. I'm hoping that the Zorin Chromebooks, the Zorin laptops are a success. I would like another choice for the masses. Chrome OS updates are generally small. I guess they are. I don't know. I haven't noticed. I guess that's a good thing. Zorin laptops will not be a success. I think they got a shot. Yeah, I know. Zorin Chromebooks. Sorry, Zorin. That slipped out. Because Zorin lacks desktop features. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. Deep in 1511 has been released. Oh, good luck with that. Would you rather use an OS that can run your office work from home or one that you are familiar and can't do what you have to do it for work? Well, obviously, you want a system that works the way you want it to. Tax Action BK. Okay. That sounds like a rap group. Hello, Dan. Zorin OS is very simple. It is the most, for you, it is the most stable experience. Nothing beats stability, I suppose. Stable OS. Stable car. Stable ground. Yeah. What's up, Dan? Ooh, hi. Welcome to the morning stream. Welcome to the morning tech show. I wish I could do these 5 days a week. This is so cool. I mentioned, was it yesterday, day before? I keep getting these odd sponsor emails. Someone wanted to sponsor a video by selling diffusers. What the heck am I going to do with the diffuser? Oh, the diffuser is fabulous. First I put on some makeup. I turn on my aromatherapy diffuser, you know, some mascara. Oh, it's fabulous. One OS Concept had a part called One Server. It's supposed to be user interface where you can assign users, application settings, and UPC will then network boot and get provisioned. Ah, okay. Bookkeeping. Got it. That's what you do. Well, tax action if this channel ever becomes profitable, I might need your help. Pinebook. Yeah, the Pinebook Pro is coming out. I'm looking forward to test results, Sergey. Yeah, I think that's awesome. That says diffuse what? That's what. What am I gonna freaking diffuse? It sounds like I have to diffuse a bomb here or something. A diffuser. It's like you plug it in like aroma scented thingies you see on Amazon. I think that's what they are. I think that's what I got the email on. I'm like, okay, I have an open mind, but a diffuser, I can't plug that into my machine, man. And it doesn't increase my performance. And it's I guess I have such worldwide appeal. I'm getting sponsorship emails for stuff I probably wouldn't use. I don't need that stuff, man. Oh, man. What I need are contributions to keep this thing going. I don't need diffuser. Diffuse what? Yeah. You are welcome, White Chocolate. If you're going to buy a Chromebook, use the Amazon link below to help out the channel if you can. You will like the Chromebook. Don't buy it used. Buy it new. Because if you buy it used, I can't make guarantees here. You buy it new with the warranty, you should be in good shape. You'd be slightly insane. Do so, especially on the default download since it uses cinnamon. Okay. Yes, Weed Dispenser keeps you calm while compiling Gentoo. We'll send that to Ben. Okay, Sergey. Catch you next time. I'm keeping track of the news feed here in the comments, so how would you manage 300 Linux desktop laptops to ensure they all run right and the settings are up to date? I would not. That's why you pick one. Like Linus Torvalds says, just pick one, make it the best there is, and roll with it. Like the Chromebook, just pick one. There's no Chromebook A, Chromebook B, Chromebook Super, There's one. There's a new Linux desktop environment called Jade. Oh, goody. Present arms, you're gonna mess with OpenBox. Okay. Oh, hi Z, how are you? Too many people want different things as you can do that. Linux people will. too many people want different things. Yes and no. I think the one common denominator is everybody, Linux, Windows, Mac, Chrome user, you want a machine that's stable, that works with no fuss. I think everybody can agree to that. So, one Linux desktop won't happen, but it has. Chromebook, okay, so technically Chromebook is not a desktop, but it has happened, Farron. It has happened. It's doable. You can do it. I sound like Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper. Get to the Linux desktop. Blah. It has. Chromebooks have proven it. But one most popular Linux desktop will happen. I saw it, yeah. That's kind of confusing, though. One Linux desktop won't happen, but one most popular will happen? That sounds kind of positive and negative. Z, you want to join us? I think you messed with the Pinebrook. Pinebook. Yeah, Pinebook. Distro hopping is a negative. For newbies who don't have the time, yes. For people like me who learned a lot about Linux, it was a complete positive. I don't do it anymore because it was pointless hopping from bugs to bugs. But Z, just send me an email if you want to join. I'll send you an invite. I'll be on for, it's 10 a.m. local, for a little bit longer. Bug hopping, yeah, that's what it felt like after a while. That's why I stopped doing that in 2016. Z is packing for your holiday tomorrow. Okay. Well, this week is my holiday. Things to do, but oh well. What better way to spend my holiday than with the Linux community, right? Imagine Mint on Chromebook, that might be fresh. I don't know. I think Chromebooks work fine just the way they are. Yeah, and I don't try to tweak them or customize Chromebooks. That's why I really haven't messed that much with the Linux apps on Chromebook. I have a Chromebook because I want it to work the way it was designed to work. I don't want to mess things up, so. You just use Debian, okay? You cannot get the hours back doing all that bug hopping. That is true. I'm sure families feel this the same way. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't regret doing what I did because it was self-taught and I learned a lot. So my pain is Windows users, newbies, Linux newbies gain, as it were. They don't have to do the same mistakes that I did. But I don't regret bug hopping or distro hopping for a while. But I stopped in 2016. It was just pointless. What do you think about getting a Chromebook on eBay? As long as it's new, white chocolate, you know, you can't always... I've used eBay in the past. You can't always trust eBay. So just be careful. Yeah. I mean, if it's like a open box, never used, or something like that. But just be careful about it. Yeah. Um, if it's something that's been refurbished from Google with the warranty, like on Amazon, they'll have refurbished, certified laptops. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah. Good morning, Jan Lopez. How are you, Jan? Chromebooks aren't for the people who mess. They are for people who just want to turn a machine and use it. Like I said, the Chromebooks is very almost discomforting at first because I feel like it's based off of Gentoo Linux. I feel like I feel like I have to go in and tweak something in the terminal, fix something. I've done zero. I'm like, I gotta do something. It's but yeah, anyway, which is a good thing. I don't. It's zero maintenance. Hello, Pseudo Reboot. You are a noob. Welcome, Pseudo Noob. Jonathan is enjoying the Chromebook for what it is. Yes. Tax Action BK is going to zip it now as Reboot is in the chat. Oh? Yeah, if you want to tinker, then download all the bugs you want off the web. You found bugs in Debian 10? Okay. Sound system? Very good. Yeah, Debian Stable is... I've tested Debian Stable in the past. It is pretty good. Solid. Sudo says, yet another admirer not. Admiring not what? Quentin Tarantino takes box office silver behind The Lion King. Well, good for him. Restart my CD. Time is it? 10:07. All right. So what are your thoughts? Has the Linux market failed Windows users, Windows consumers? Next private chat, probably... I'll look for an email. Dan, yeah. I'm not sure when yet. You know me. Tested Blender. Ah. Blender's good. It's not for newbies, but Blender's good. I'm reading off the Oddball News. This is pretty romantic. A Texas man proposed to his longtime girlfriend by taking her on a 15-mile bike ride that spelled out the words, "Marry me." Clever, eh? Yeah, yeah. See, ladies, there is hope out there. That's dedication, yeah. Yes, I agree. That was cool. No Linux required. All right, let me go to some other news headlines here. Probably going to wrap this up about 10:30 or so. I can start my day. Richard Addison, how you doing, my friend? I'm doing good. How are you? Apple will add 5G to 2020 iPhones to compete with Android. Good. They just figured that out, huh? Anyway. Dan, if you want to join in now, you're more than welcome to. Just send me an email. I'll send you the link. I won't be on too much long, but if you want to join in. A quantum microphone detects sound at the atomic level. Wow. Okay. Now wear contact lenses. Scientists create contact lenses that zoom when you blink twice. I like that. Yeah. Zoom by blinking. That's cool. Nofi says you are not here. Okay. Now remember, Nofi is not here. No 5G antennas near you. Ah, okay. Hardly any 4G ones? Okay. That can be a problem. There's a Blair Witch game? Okay. Oh, well. So what I did, I just typed in Linux market share. Chrome OS is like 0.35%. It seems higher. It feels like it should be higher than that. Linux 2.17%. Windows 87.47%. Mac OS 9.73%. Okay. I think half of those Linux users are right here during the show. Let's see. I just did an update. As of June 2019, Linux market share is 1.6%. Windows went down 78.43%. I don't know. All I know is that it's pitiful. This is from Stat Counter. Explains why your server gets bashed. What's all this bashing going on? Yep, you can thank Win 10 for the rise in Linux adoption, at least for the rise in Linux curiosity. At the least, right? Emma Buntu is a hidden Linux gem, according to the Linux Insider. Okay. There's a mention of a $200 Linux-based Pinebook Pro. The two most private and secure Linux distros. Linux privacy for beginners. Oh. Hello, Steve. They like Cubes OS and Tails. Okay. That sounds cool. But privacy does not exist, so it won't matter. All right, Dan, sending you the link. And get Dan in here on the chat, and we'll wrap this server in about 15 minutes. I want to thank everybody who stopped by to say hello. Thanks for your contributions to the channel. I haven't checked my... I don't know if I'm going to get a check from AdSense this month. I have to check. Will I get my gas money for this month? Oh, man. Browsing through the news links real quick here. You can claim $125 from the Equifax settlement right now. I have to check that. Yeah, not enough. All right, let me go back to my inbox and wait for Dan to join in. A Linux gem, that's what the headline said, yeah. Yep. I think any Linux that works is probably a gem, right? I think so. I'm reading something off from MeWe. Someone posted. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't drink and drive. Oh, MeWe's fun. I like MeWe. Dan, did you get the invite? Again, if we have any other newbies in the house want to say hello, please do. There we go. Hey,
Ta-da!
Danny boy. Ta-da!
I'm here.
Excellent. What's up, Dan?
Um, I just crawled out of my casket.
I see. So you were just dying to get up, haha.
Yeah, right.
How you been?
Uh, kind of sore.
Hmm.
Kind of having some trouble getting around, but I guess I'm
Ah,
still alive, so that's a good thing.
there you go.
Would they add some new stuff to the StreamYard?
These are just some banners and stuff that I can change. Have fun with it. I like this one, you know. So, yeah, I can delete and add banners as I say as I go along. So this is pretty cool. Something different. So,
Yeah, they're showing me new stuff on my end.
yeah. Seems to be stable enough.
So you getting plenty of sunshine down there?
Yeah, it's we've been lucky this past 3 4 days. I try to get as much swimming in as I can. It feels great. So I'll probably go later.
Well,
I
that's
usually,
cool.
yeah, I usually take my little Bluetooth speaker and my Amazon tablet for my music, and I'm good to go. So yeah,
Yeah, we have a tremendous amount of lakes around here, and once in a while I get a hold of a friend with a boat and go out and sit in the middle of a lake.
nice, nice. Did you see the latest news about Star Trek Picard?
Oh yes, I kind of really want to see that, but I really don't want to pay for
Mhm.
ABC online
Yeah,
access.
yeah, yeah.
And when I turned on the TV last week, and it happened to be on um, the CBS rather channel that we
Hmm.
have here, and DirecTV had the channel removed for some particular reason over a dispute.
Yeah, yeah. I did
So I
read
don't know
that.
what
Yeah,
you
I
got
know.
that too.
I don't have DirecTV, but I read it on the news or on my news feed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know
Probably
if they
li-
affect.
I would imagine licensing agreements. So
Yeah, I don't know if they affected it with your cable TV or not.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. All the politics.
Yeah, these satellite companies are always having tiffs with their
Yeah,
providers.
yeah.
The biggest one that they had that went down several years ago was with ESPN. And ESPN came out and said, you must carry us on every package that you provide, or else we're not going to participate in supplying you sports content.
Yeah,
And
it's big
and that
business.
and it got built into the price for every key TV for every customer. They had to pay the price just for minimal stations and get ESPN that they really didn't want.
Hmm. They need to simplify all those packages for TV and stuff. I mean, it's almost annoying at times. So,
I'm about ready to get rid of it. Just dump it completely.
well, I got to have the Comcast because of this. So, I
Right.
mean, it works, but I'll give them credit. It does work. I can't really complain about the service. So, it works. It's stable. Die. Oh, let's see. I'm just looking at some other news feed. Music crowdfunding website Pledge Music goes offline amidst bankruptcy proceedings. Oopsie.
Oops.
I never heard of it. Yeah.
Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah. Congress takes another stab at passing self-driving car legislation. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know where this self-driving car stuff is going to wind up at, but I got a feeling it's not going to be too popular with the public.
There's a testing facility not too far from here in Pittsburgh. Where they test those cars. It actually was on the TV last year. One of the history shows. It was pretty interesting.
I have a cousin that lives in Arizona, and he says Google's got their stuff buzzing around all over Phoenix.
hmm There's a T-Mobile Sprint merger. Okay. Don't know
Don't
about
like
that.
that idea either. Limits choices.
YouTube videos keep getting longer. Really? I didn't know
I
that.
haven't noticed.
I mean, on the live streams they're a little longer, but yeah.
I watch
Uh,
so many YouTube videos, I just allocate the time I have to the stream that's available I haven't watched.
wow. Let's see. Let me. I just clicked. Says YouTube. An attempt by creators to make more money and feed the beast. You would think if you go on longer, unless it's a live feed like this, if you go on rambling longer, you would make less money because people will not stay on. You think it would have the opposite effect. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, look, things have changed since I started, so who the heck knows? But it seems counterintuitive.
Well, if you can keep the content rolling and semi fresh as you're going through it, a long video ain't that bad.
Okay.
It's the point
Uh,
where it's kind of stalls out and it's like
yeah,
stagnant,
yeah. But still, long videos. I don't know. I guess
I
whatever
mean,
works.
when you have videos with Stephanie on and they go for 2 hours, people stick around and watch them.
Yeah, but that's different. That's a guest. That's a show. That's entertainment. I mean, just do a video on a topic by yourself for an hour or so. To me, that sounds counterintuitive. But once again, things have changed, so I could be wrong. I don't know what the people here think in the chat, but
Yeah, try watching a Gentoo install. You better get your frying pan from the
yeah, really,
kitchen.
yeah. Wow.
I think Ben
Okay.
just did one yesterday with
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master, man, and
Yeah.
that went on all day long, just like all the others.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever works.
And the
So
sad part is you watch it for so long and then they got to cut it off and you don't get to see the end.
yeah. Right. Anyway, that's an interesting topic there. I'm just reading some of this. Duolingo partnered with Twitch to help you learn languages better. You must learn Schwarzeneggerese. Learn how to speak Schwarzenegger like this. People will respect you. Show me your Linux capabilities.
People will fear you.
People will feel you. Anyway. Steve says you don't mind long for videos depending on the topic. Okay. Like I said, these live streams are going to be over 10 minutes usually for a reason. 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. But I don't think I've ever done just a topic, a long video just on a topic by myself. I don't think I have. At least nothing lately, yeah. So. Okay, longer the YouTube videos are in. Who knew?
Gaming ones are pretty popular too.
I can see that. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Enough of that. All right. So we'll wrap this up in about 5 minutes so I can start my day. Besides starting my day with you guys. Again, anybody new watching, please do say hello.
Yes, we want those newbies. And by the way, while you're here, please hit that like button.
You must like this
YouTube
video, be terminated.
Yeah.
Ugh.
YouTube's got the worst way of notifying somebody's got a stream going. I'll tell you.
I notice it doesn't always work. I'm not sure how the algorithm works. I think the best way is to have just a set schedule, which I don't have. It's kind of a catch-22. A set schedule will get more people involved and more revenue. But for me to do a set schedule, I need more revenue. So it's like going around in a circle. So, but yeah, a set schedule. Some advice for newbies on YouTube. If you want to do this somewhat full-time basis, try to have a set schedule so people know when you will be on week in and week out. Those appear to be the more successful YouTube channels. So having a set schedule so people will know. It doesn't mean they'll always tune in, but at least they know when to catch you. You know, on the replay.
Well, now they send you an email now, even though it may be late.
Yeah.
That's how I figured out you were on this morning. As I checked my email, and it said "Toss
cool.
is live now."
Very good. Yeah,
So
I get a
emails,
notification on my phone. Yeah.
the email's faster than the notifications YouTube hands out.
Yeah.
You gotta love technology, you know,
When it works.
when it works. I was on Zorn OS for a week, so I could go on Big Daddy Linux and
It
tell
worked?
them my thoughts on. I loved it, except it was like Zebedee Boss said, it's kind of boring. There's not much there to break.
Well,
I
to
mean,
me,
for a
that's
new-
exciting because I don't have to fix anything. Yay! You know.
Even the settings menu in it is extremely simple,
Yes.
and you can't really screw that up. Unlike KDE
Right.
Plasma, you
Right.
get in there and start playing with all the switches, and the next thing you know, you don't know how to undo everything you screwed
Yes.
up.
Right. Yep.
But I found it to be extremely stable in all departments.
Yeah. They have a shot with the Zorin laptops. I think they got a shot. The price is right, so we'll see.
And
Anyway, well, I think I'm going to wrap this
running-
up for today's stream. So, yeah, tax actions. You want to break something? You want to start something, pal? You talking to me? You want to start something? Anyway, thank you everybody here who joined in. This was fun. Thank you, Z, Tony, Tax BK, Steve, and all the rest. This was fun. So I'm going to try and do as many as I can this week. Try to do them in the morning so people overseas can chime in. I have the time this week. So we'll see how things go. So my question still remains, has the Linux market failed Windows users? I think it has in 2019 for the most part. Chromebooks are an exception for the masses. So we'll see. Maybe next year will be better. We'll see how this
don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Things are getting better.
Yes. Yeah, and if you are a new user to Linux and you don't want to mess with Windows 10 when Windows 7 expires, you just want to get on the web, do your thing, email, check out the Chromebook. It should be okay. And on that note, I need to start my day. So Everybody have a good rest of the week, and I'll catch you on the next stream. So, Dan, thank you for joining. I'll catch you on the next one.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.